Hello and welcome to this video. In this video, let us take a look at the let operator in KQL. The let operator allows you to define variables in KQL. So whenever you want to define a variable that can be configured during the run of the query, then let is the go-to operator. The let operator does not just restrict you with setting up the variables. It can also be used as a storage space for the query sets for queries that are repeating throughout the KQL command. That can also be a recipient of using in the let operator. So I have had few examples for the sake of this video. Let me go through and see the examples here. So as a starting point, I'm having a table called as storage blob blocks. So here, let's say that I want to display only those records where my duration ms is going to be greater than 6. So in this case, the straightforward approach should be I'm going to add a pipe operator where duration ms greater than 6. This is going to return me all the records where the duration is going to be 6. So this can be verified by order by duration ms and ascending. So here you will see only those records where the duration ms is greater than 6 since we have applied this filter. So this is completely fine in this case. Whereas let's consider a situation where this particular number 6, which is kind of a greater than condition, has to be used in multiple places. So that's where the variables come into picture. So I can handle this using let. I can say slow running, and I am going to initialize 6 towards it. So I am going to close the statement with a semicolon. Then I can just call this particular variable in my condition. So this is going to return me the same output as it was before. The only advantage is now this slow running can be used as many times as needed in our query, except that the change has to be done in a single place. This is a more basic example of using the let operator in a variable. So the second example that I have is I am having a start date and end date. I can use it to restrict my data set. For example, let's say I am going to set for the last 7 days I want to return some output. The moment I am going to run this, it's going to return me an output which is going to be adhering to the variable set here. For example, I have set the start date should be 18/7 and the end date should be 19/7, and the condition that I have mentioned is time generated between start date and end date. So if you see here the output, it is returning me only the data from 18th adhering to this condition. And another good thing to notice, although I have set the time range as last 7 days, during the execution of this query, this recognizes that we are fixing the condition in the query and it says set in query. So this can be again used in different ways as required. So for example, I've changed the condition a little, like say time generated greater than or equal to date add in days -2 and end date. So basically I'm saying from the end date last 2 days should be the start date. So here you will see a different result set wherein you will see the data from 17 and 18 because 19 -2 is 17, so it is going to return all the records starting 17. The third example that I have is, so far you have seen examples where the filter condition was set inside a let condition, whereas in this case the let operator is going to hold a query result set as is. So if you see here inside the let operator of completed hits, I am saying storage blob logs where status code equal to 200, which means all the records where the status code is equal to 200 is going to be stored in this completed hits. I'm going to change it to last 7 days, and what I'm doing further is using this saved query of completed hits, I'm doing further transformation. So I'm saying completed hits. In this completed hits, do a summarize of number of hits where I want to do a count by category. Then I'm unioning one more query to it. So let's see what is the output of this. So if you see here, this is returning me an output where we are having number of hits as 28 and 7 for the category. Again, so let me remove this thing. So you will see for the completed hits, the number of records is 28. But you see this, right? So I'm having one query stored in the completed hits. I'm summarizing the data here and then I'm unioning another query. So how can this be simplified? So for that I'm having a different example here. So where you see that I have the completed hits same as it was before in the previous query, where I'm having only those records where the status code equal to 200. And then I'm initializing one more query result set which is called as failed hits, and this is going to house where storage blob logs status code not equal to 200, and I'm also going to summarize this. So this is exactly the query that was present in the union section of this previous query. Then what I'm doing is I'm taking the completed hits, summarizing by category, and then I'm doing a union with the failed hits. So this is going to return me a similar data set of 7 and 28, wherein 28 means all the category where the success code is 200, and 7 refers to all the cases where the success code status code is not equal to 200. So there is no limit to using let operator. It's just how we try to use it in our queries. So there are many more ways of using the let operator in our KQL query. That's all in this video. If you like this video, please like, comment and subscribe for more similar videos.